Let's take a look at some of the good medicines for diabetes that we predicted last time. Diabetes is an adult disease that can occur when you are obese, lack exercise, or overeat. When insulin hormones, which serve to regulate blood sugar, become insufficient, blood sugar rises and sugar is released from urine. Once you have diabetes, even if you eat it, you are hungry. Still, there is no appetite and weight loss. In addition, urine is frequent, and the amount of urine increases. I drink water as often as I get out of the urine. Eating and drinking so much is often said to be the top 3 symptoms of diabetes. Diabetes is a disease that requires lifelong care rather than a complete cure. Therefore, it is desirable to take care of your diet and exercise at the same time. The first good medicine for diabetes is vinegar beans. Vinegar beans are good for fatigue from diabetes. Dongai Bogum says beans are good for first, diabetes. Animal experiments have also shown that the pancreas of animals fed with soybeans is enlarged. The enlarged pancreas means that insulin secretion is accelerated, preventing and treating diabetes. When making vinegar beans, wipe the fermented menu beans with a wet cloth, put the washed beans in a sealed container and pour enough vinegar to cover the beans for about a week. Then, chew about 7 to 10 pills a day. If you swallow the beans without chewing them, you can't digest them, so it's hard to expect an effect. Looking at the properties of beans made from vinegar, most of the beans used to make vinegar use black beans. Therefore, the properties of black soybeans are cold, the properties of vinegar are warm, and cold and warm properties can be considered to be flat. So from the constitution of Sesong Constitution, it can be said that the soybeans are suitable for all constitutions. The second medicinal food that is good for diabetes is loach tofu soup. Loach tofu soup relieves thirst caused by diabetes.
잠시만요. 시청하시면서 구독해주시고 좋아요를 눌러주시고 댓글창에 질문이나 응원 메시지를 남기시면 좋은 컨텐츠 제작하는데 많은 도움이 됩니다. 감사합니다.
Loach tofu soup is a good food for people who are very calcium rich with diabetes. It's also highly detoxifying. It's okay to eat loach only, but it's also good to eat with soybeans. A food is good for diabetes. At this time, it is much better to use tofu that is digestible like loach tofu soup, which is made by boiling tofu and loach rather than raw beans. The loach has a warm temper. Based on the 4 types, they are suitable for all but the trained. Also, tofu is a good medicine for all body types. Loach tofu soup is a recommended medicine for all body types, except for Sayangin. Third, the food that is good for diabetes is pumpkin. Pumpkin helps with insulin secretion. Pumpkin has long been widely used as a medicine for diuretic and detoxification. Dongai Bogum says, use pumpkins when you have swelling, especially feed months to people who are not urinating well because it is a diuretic that is good for mother's swelling. After drying chopped pumpkins in the sun to powder them, taking 20 grams a day regularly helps with insulin secretion. The nature of pumpkin is warm, and according to the 4 constitutions, it is suitable for all constitutions except a yang-in. Fourth, Kuma bamboo grass is a food that is good for diabetes. It improves diabetes. Kuma bamboo grass has long been used in folk remedies to control diabetes. It is rich in nutrients such as protein, unsaturated fatty acids, vitamins B and K. Among them, vitamin K is a nutrient that increases calcium ions that purify blood and converts acidic to alkaline. Therefore, it can also help with diabetes, gastrointestinal disease, and high blood pressure. The amino acid content is higher than rice or milk. Amino acids work to relieve nerve fatigue and reinforce stamina. Usually, in the early spring, young shoots are picked and dried in the shade, then finely used. Pour 3 cups of water into a handful of dried leaves and drink by decoction. Drink until the amount of water is reduced to half. Kuma bamboo grass is cold. Based on the 4 types, they are suitable for all but the tamin. Fifth, we introduce the Japanese Angelica tree as a good medicine for diabetes. Japanese Angelica tree has excellent hypoglycemic effect. The bark, roots, trunks, and shoots of this Japanese Angelica tree all have excellent hypoglycemic effects. Of these, roots and stems are particularly effective. Therefore, it is recommended to eat the Japanese Angelica tree frequently or drink the root of the Japanese Angelica tree like tea. Pour 3 to 5 cups of water and drink 50 grams of the roots of the Japanese Angelica tree. Drink about 20 minutes a month and share them several times a day. In Chinese medicine, the dried stem is called hongmak and is used as a medicine. If it is difficult to obtain the root bark, you can use the stem dried bark. The nature of the Japanese Angelica tree is flat. Therefore, in terms of 4 constitutions, it is a medicinal ingredient suitable for all constitutions. Finally, we introduce shepherd's purse as a good medicine for diabetes. Shepherd's purse improves adult diseases such as diabetes and high blood pressure. Shepherd's purse, which is rich in minerals such as various vitamins, calcium, and iron, is an alkaline food that enhances the taste of spring. In particular, 100 grams of shepherd's purse is enough to provide enough vitamin A for an adult a day. Protein and calcium are also higher than spinach. In addition, since choline and acetylcholine components stimulate autonomic nerves, it is known to be effective in diabetes, hypertension, gastrointestinal diseases, and gynecological diseases. You can drink 5 to 8 grams of dried shepherd's purse by pouring 1 cup of water and drinking it, or powder it and swallow it with water. Or, eating it often with soup or seasoning herbs has the same effect. The properties of shepherd's purse are flat. In terms of 4 constitutions, it is a food ingredient that is suitable for all constitutions. So far today, we've looked at medicinal foods that are good for diabetes. Next time, let's learn about medicinal foods that are good for gastritis. Thank you.
지금까지 시청해 주셔서 감사합니다. 구독과 좋아요를 눌러주시면 컨텐츠 제작에 많은 도움이 됩니다. 댓글도 함께 부탁드립니다. 감사합니다.